Right. Here I are. I'm a controlled drug user again. I was going to actually Google them. Because they're slightly different to what I've been on before. But they're basically fet. They are. Because I always thought basically the next one up from Dexies, the next one down from Dexies is these. But it's not. They're Dexies. It's just got list written in front of it. List dexamphetamine. And it's not amphetamine sulfate. It's. I can't read it because I no longer have my glasses on. Where the fucking put the cunts? I don't know. There. Um, fucking still can't read it. Dimesylate. There you go. Lisdexamphetamine dimesylate. I shall be Googling that later. I've got two pairs of glasses. I like it. I should have started the video like this. You should be warned, I might actually do that in one of my videos and just be chatting away and go, the thing is. I like that. I like that. Yeah, let's do the rest of it like this. So, yeah, like I said this morning, like meds, I came off them. I was doing okay on the other ones. They're Ritalin. Like I've had two formulations of Ritalin. The first one made me just the first one was where looking back, I was talking to a co-collaborator of ADHD who I'd met on the forum at the time, and she could get these puppies and I couldn't. She was on these and I was well gelled because she was saying they're amazing. But yeah, it was like on the Concerta, which is methylphenidate, which is Ritalin. It's just, it's another one. The Ritalin was the original brand name of methylphenidate. And that was where I first started getting schizoidical, in actual fact. And I used to describe it to the girl at the time, and I used to say it's like that outside the window looking in feeling. And she's like, I know exactly what you mean. It's like you walk into a shop on like a Tuesday mid-morning or something to get a drink when you're on a break from uni, and it's that same feeling as when you've been out at the weekend and you're proper jangled in the morning and you're like, fuck, everyone knows I'm twatted. That sort of feeling. And it was like, I'm not twatted. I'm not taking fucking drugs. I'm just taking drugs that I'm supposed to take. Hello? Meow. Hello, mate. All right, dude. I'm going to come and get in the way of the fucking video because I can see you're making a video. So I'm going to plant my fucking self right in front of it. Say hello to the boys and girls, Gizmo. Say hi, Gizmo. But yeah, it's basically it just sort of I've had half a mind for it. We discussed it at the last appointment, and he said, if the DBT becomes, if the process becomes a lot, then we'll sort of consider introducing it for a time. I mean, I think I've just read you're only supposed to be on it for about a year anyway. Well, but the thing is, that's because it's designed for kids. It's still a kid's medicine, basically, but the rationale for treatment, and that's why early diagnosis is important in ADHD, because if they get treated, meds or otherwise, if they get treated when they're a child, they've got fucking way more of a chance of growing into a normal adult with maybe some residual effects of ADHD. Then you get people like me who were fucking riddled with it their whole fucking life, and with a fucking society that was fucking determined that I didn't have it. Fucking determined. Everyone I spoke to, don't be fucking ridiculous, you haven't got ADHD. That level of assurity from people who know fuck all. And that's the shit that's out there that you've got to deal with when you've got a mental health issue, believe me. Because now I've got ADHD, people go, that's no fucking surprise. They think, oh, really? God, you're annoying. God, you're annoying, people in general. But I was sort of thinking, well, I'm still having loads of trouble organising simple tasks. That's what this stuff is fucking for. So I'll lob it on the heap with all the other things I'm doing. We're trialling it, basically. Because it just made me think, well, if his rationale is doing some writing and some therapy work, I'm sure there'll be things there'll probably be like a journal to keep. I would imagine there'll be a journal to keep. There'll be some various sorts of probably exercises that you have to write about. It'll probably say go into a place where you get triggered and say this and do that instead, and what was your experience of it, and write about it and tell us next week, that sort of shit. Well, if that's enough to warrant the reintroduction of ADHD meds, then surely, surely, this is, the sorts of troubles I've been having. And I do remember as well, I actually think on reflection, it was like throughout 2017 was the sort of full bloom of the schizotype. That's when I really started not fucking caring what anyone fucking thought of me, which is why I really object to that expression. Well, who cares what people think? I don't. I care how I'm treated. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Oh my god. No, you're asking the wrong person. Fucking hell, what goes on in that dumbass pretty little fucking head of yours, darling? Fucking think whatever you fucking want, mate. Seriously, it's how I get treated. That's what my objection was is. Such as, there's fucking nothing wrong with you. Some jumped up prick that needs a fucking smack. I'm still fucking annoyed with that cunt. I still don't like him. Fucking don't like him. And he thought he'd give me a pair of fucking bright orange rubber gloves with oil marks on them because I happened to be wearing orange, and he thought we were mates. Look, I've got orange too. You dick. I don't just wear orange. Orange is one colour, you moron. Fucking look at me. Does it suggest to you that various colours might be part of something that I like a bit? Anyway, but yeah, when I came off them, I remember my sort of rationale at the time was, do you know what? Fucking fuck you, system. Fucking filling me full of meds. You'll take me as you get. I think I wrote a Facebook statement, said, you're going to take me as you fucking find me from now on. But then I was kind of like not really paying enough attention to some of these details that the meds were helping me with. So that, there was a side effect to the Concerta. And that's when I tried, what was it? I tried Zyban, basically, which I think, isn't it fucking Prozac? It's fluoxetine, anyway. It's a reuptake inhibitor. But it works on noradrenaline predominantly rather than dopamine. Those three monoamines are all involved in what's wrong with ADHD patients. And it's like, I think it's whichever one you have the biggest discrepancy in, and mine seems to be dopamine, because it's the dopamine targeted ones that work on me. But this is a releaser. So I have explained it before about the difference between a reuptake inhibitor and a releaser, but you've got like the synapse is very basic, all it goes and it squirts a load of dopamine in here, and then this uptakes it, goes yum yum yum, thank you very fucking much. Now I'm stimulated because dopamine to stimulate. Now I can concentrate, or I can listen, or I can plan tasks, I can complete thoughts. Whatever process in your brain that the dopamine is working on then works. But sometimes this bit doesn't work properly. And the dopamine that doesn't get through gets sucked back into here. Because it goes, and it's supposed to just go, and then whatever's left, this sucks it back up anyway. So this thing can be sucking it up too quick. So what it does is it puts a door on here and closes it. So now it can't suck it back up. So it goes, and if it doesn't get through here, it stays there because this can't suck it back up anymore. And then gradually this will start to uptake the dopamine. That's why the antidepressant meds take a few weeks. So your body's gradually got to it will start to build receptors. So that's the rationale for it. A releaser goes and just keeps fucking spitting it out anyway. So it's working on a different mechanism of action, as they say in pharmacology. It is affecting different structures of my brain to achieve the same effect. The same effect is more dopamine sits on this side of the synapse. Whether you stop this thing from hoovering it back up again, or whether you make it spit out more. But those are the two ways to achieve a greater volume of dopamine on postsynaptic uptake. Presynaptic, postsynaptic. And if that transmission isn't correct, as it is with me and many other people and many other conditions, then all the shit fucking happens. So, like I said, it's a trial. I'll trial it. I'll see what happens with it. I will see what happens with it. Because if it's true, the stuff that I heard about it, people were saying literally, I've not taken it now because it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he said take it in the morning. So I'll do day 1 tomorrow. And I'll just see how I get on. And, I said from the start I was going to chronicle my journey, and this is part of it. It's been my choice to go on them, but I think it's a clear rationale. If the doctor is saying the rationale for introducing an ADHD med is doing a bit more written work, and I think the amount of written work I could do with doing, I've got fucking courses unfinished, I've got loads of it's going to be legal shit and, you know, stuff that I'm really scared of doing and I haven't been able to do. But I'm just starting to, like, prod through with my support worker. Well, then it'll help with that. Do you know what I mean? It's something that, like, while I've got an intense time of needing that higher level of organisation, go on them for a while and see if it helps. Because these are the ones that I've, you know, heard the best about. And I think at the time he wouldn't prescribe those to me. I was only like, oh God, I don't know. He did offer me something else, which is a non-stimulant version. He said it's another new one. He said, but it doesn't, it's a non-stimulant one. And I said, look, if you have any issues at all with prescribing me a stimulant, then I won't take one. I said that the only reason I'm saying Elvance is because Elvance, sorry, is because that's the one that I just have heard nothing but really fucking rave reviews about from people who are taking it. So that's, you know, I'm going with that. So hopefully I might notice after a day or two and think, oh my God, and get this big miracle. Or nothing will happen at all. Or I might start to get really ill, in which case I'll stop fucking taking them. It's really simple. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, it was my choice to come off them. He didn't actually take me off them. And who knows, maybe it affected some of what was going on over those few months, because that's when I was learning a lot more stuff about the situation that I'm now in. And there were certain proofs and certain things that happened that underlined beliefs that I'd held, and there were further nails in the coffin throughout that year. And yeah, I think that's the, you know, that was the, as I've said before, that was when my cucumber was becoming pickleth. It doth pickle and hath pickleth. So here I fucking am. But yeah, it was a little bit of a probably belligerently attitude, like fuck you, filling me full of fucking head drugs. Why not just take my head the way it is? But perhaps it was a little rash. Perhaps that was one of my ADHD symptoms of being impulsive. I don't know. And just quickly, I will just say, they still, whenever you look up anything to do with ADHD, it talks about distractibility, the inability to sit still, and hyperactivity, distractibility, and impulsivity. That's it. Three things. Fuck off. ADHD affects fucking every area of your life. Believe me, if you've got it as fucking profoundly as I have, I do have quite a profound presentation of it. I'm not, you know, I don't want to. Society always wants to call you a drama queen and, oh, you're different or whatever. It's like, no, I'm not. There's a lot worse than me. But trust me, someone with massive symptoms of ADHD, if it was really fucking riddled with it, they would be the sort of people who might have fucking episodes in fucking hospital. The same as people with EUPD are. What they used to call borderline, you know, it's a personality disorder, yeah. But then you can go to St. Anne's Hospital and you can find people with just a diagnosis of that, and they smash their whole fucking house up and fucking, you know, all sorts of mad shit. And you can just see how, you know, this stuff can be really fucking severe. There's levels of it, and I'm not really fucking severe, but I am extremely fucking significant, darling. If you're going to do something, do it properly. If you're going to have a personality disorder, have 3. Isn't it Giz? Giz still loves me. He will still walk around in circles. He's just not stopped purring since I've come in, I think. He was just sitting next to me purring. It's just getting down again. Is this going to be comfortable this time, do you reckon? He's like flopped his back on my leg and he's sort of thinking about, I don't know, will I get down? But anyway, I'll keep you posted. Let's see what happens. The reintroduction of meds begins tomorrow.